will not work, he says. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. As you do not know the path of the wind, or how the body is formed in the womb, so you cannot understand the works of God, the maker of all things, said therefore, this verse, sow your seed, where? In the morning, and in the evening, let not your hands be idle. That's the verse you must remember. Sow your seed when? In the morning, and in the evening, let not your hands be idle. Listen to the Bible. This is the best advice I ever heard in my life. BFM was built after 5 p.m. This place that's worth millions was built after 5 p.m. I had a job. Henry had a job. Richard had a job. We used to meet after 5 p.m. and work till 2 a.m. in the morning building this. Why? Sow your seed in the morning. That means go to your job in the morning. What's the next verse? Read it. And in the evening, don't turn on the TV and watch Two's a Company. Or is it 3? Don't watch Friends. In other words, the guys who you're watching already with rich. He said, when you go home, don't watch TV. Keep working. From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. is the other man's work. And that's why you're broke. Because from 5 p.m. to 12 midnight, you watching TV, eating potato chips. The Bible says, no, when evening comes, let not your hands be idle. I do more work while you're sleeping than when you are awake, I guarantee it. My wife will tell you the hours I put in after 12 midnight. The books I write while you're sleeping. People say, how do you write books? While you're sleeping? The Bible says, if you fall in love and sleep, you shall grow poor. The Bible says that. I gotta go to bed at 8 o'clock. You will never be wealthy. Because the 8 hours from 8 a.m. doesn't belong to you. They tell you when to come, where to do, where to go, what to do, when to go to lunch, when to come back, and they control your entire life. That means the only life you own is after 5. You can never grow from 8 to 5. You grow in your own time. You can't read books on the man's job. You can't experiment with ideas on the man's job. He got you locked down. Remember, you are a bird in a cage. What do you do when you leave work, you call it? He says, you don't know which one will profit you, whether both, equally as well. Let me put it this way. Write this down. Jobs were given to prepare you for your work. He said, go to work in the morning, and when you get off, keep working. Work on your gift after 5 p.m. Work on your skill at 8 a.m. Give them your skill at 8 a.m. Release your gift at 5 p.m. That's the key to your success and your prosperity. Make a note of this. Fulfillment is discovered when your job becomes your work. You can actually work yourself out of your job. That is what we did here at this ministry. And I've done it actually so well that I don't get no pay from this ministry anymore. Why? You can work yourself out of your job. Your work can become so powerful you don't need your job anymore. But your work doesn't take place on the man's job. What are you doing after 5? Your culture says, go home and rest. The Bible says, let not your hands be idle. The culture says, go lay off, drink some switcher, and watch TV. The Bible says, let not your hands be idle. Anyone in this room who's a business person will tell you that you don't want to go into business. You think you want to go into business. Business people who don't sleep, they just rest for a few hours. Because they have found something more important than a job. Can I put it this way? Write this down. Success comes after sunset. That's when it really comes. You read all the books on success, they'll tell you that people who succeed were succeeding while you were sleeping. What do? Write a cookbook, man. And it can take days and years and months to do that in the night. But don't just sit there and watch TV. Produce a cook. You a chef, man. Produce a cookbook. That cookbook be published. You'll be on Chopped. You don't have no idea. You have no idea. You don't know that. So why waste your time watching TV when you can actually produce something that can be published and go around the world like me? The royalties will pay your life off. You can just have a job, or you can get into your work after 5. Every one of you, I can tell you right now, each one of you, an idea that you can pay me for. Of what you're doing. What you're doing right now is not what you can do. But you got to pay me to give you the idea. You come to me, I counsel you. I give you consultancy. I'll show you what I get paid for. Why? Because what you're doing ain't nothing compared to what you could do. But your culture says, go home and rest. God says, go home and keep working. Success after 5. I remind myself again. Let's read together loud. Go. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let not your hands be idle. Why? Because you do not know which will succeed, whether this one or that one or both. Can you imagine that? That means you can have a job after the job and both bringing in thousands of dollars. We've been taught, no, get a job, settle down, die, get buried. You know, this is what they told us. And the Bible is saying, no, there's life after 5. Is this good? I want you to think about this.